Alright, welcome back. I'm finally starting to work a little bit more on my 2x72 belt sander. By popular opinion and belief and, well, simplicity of design, I guess, and real estate, I've decided that I'm going to, I guess, bottom mount my motor. And what that's going to be is this will be turned around and more or less underneath this, and gravity will be its tensioning device, and it'll just run on its pulleys that way. I've made up this mock-up on cardboard, more or less, of the bottom plate that I want to cut out, and it's just this section of plate here. Going to come in from the edge, 1/16 inch, and that should be on center with the, basically with the main beam. And then put these 4 holes in it, and then come over 6 inches, put a couple more holes in it for this portion here, and lock it off square. I might throw some small radiuses on there as well on the corners or something. But anyway, that's where that's going. I gotta go and design it, and then we'll get the plasma cam up and running again and put that up. So I guess we'll cut and go to that. Can't get you that's the light dross that's left behind on that edge. It's not much. I guess the pierce point, the mark points, that's that little dimple that you see. It's more like, hey, it kind of heated the steel up, it didn't evacuate anything, didn't gouge it all. There's, I'd say that it was probably enough that I would put a center punch on it and use it as a drill template. Which isn't exactly what I was going for, but it's what I got. Alright, so here we are once again with this Harbor Freight Beauty, the automatic center punch. Finally went and got myself some 3-in-1 oil and use that for this. Alright, first thing I gotta do, I gotta take this file, knock off some of this dross and some of this Alright, now that that's done, I just need to know, like, figure out my final orientation is like that, which means this needs to be like this. Don't want to drill the wrong side. That's something I would do. Transfer punch. Alright, this one has to be a 1/4 inch in, so I gotta be able to measure that. I'm going to take the center punch. Get that file. They're pretty well defined. Actually, I gotta see if I can't. Right there. That's the mark. Yeah, it's a slightly off center. Who cares, all right? But that's the mark. gonna do a depth check. This is 3/8. This is just over 1 3/8, so 1 and, well, yeah, just over, so about 1 inch of depth, so I'm gonna go a little bit further. I don't want it to be a through hole, but I am making sure that it's deep enough for the screw that's going to go in it. Alright, now my bottom side, I'm not saying I didn't know this, but I was definitely reminded when I was watching one of Tom's videos again, is when you're using these machine screw flat or flush heads, is when you cut your chamfer down, you can set the screw on top to make sure your chamfer's down far enough to, I guess, set it flat in there. Alright, so where I left off, I was gonna re-tap that one hole, and I'm kind of starting to think it's not the hole because I switched out a bolt, and this one doesn't really want to go in this one either, and looking at the threads is kind of, yeah. So regardless, as I was trying to tap it, had a little accident with the, cheap tap wrench. I guess that's my excuse. I need to actually get a legit one. And anyways, that's my main reason of why other than needing to get this base plate cut out, is I really wanted to get these pieces bolted down, and then I've got this bolted down enough to verify, since I'm a complete noob when it comes to pillow blocks. I don't know like all their out of alignment stuff, and that just, they're kind of self-aligning. So I verified that, put them down, they're aligned. And so what's going to happen here is the motor will be underneath. This will eventually be pedestal mounted, more or less, and it'll be underneath of it, and the gear will go opposite of this, and yeah, that'll work out. And I'll probably just have like a kind of a handle to pull a little bit, and that'll pull the motor up, and that'll allow me to do like a quick speed change on the belt. No big deal there. Over on the business side, I guess. So clearly that's the drive wheel that it came with, or well, it didn't come with it, that I bought. And then up top here, I'm thinking this isn't going to be tall enough for what I want. And so one of my first lathe projects I'm thinking is I'm going to take some of this stock and turn this taller so that it'll be what I want, and then yada yada. And that's where on the end here will be, we will have this, it's the tension / tracking wheel, I guess. And so that'll be adjustable, kind of like, if you're looking at it, it'll be adjustable a little bit like this. And that'll adjust the tracking of how your belt will track. And then off of that, I'm yet to cut, like for my tool, eventually one of these tools will be a 10-inch platen. So yet to do that as well. But it's been a while since I worked on it, so I figured I'd work on it today. And I don't know, maybe a little longer this afternoon, but I doubt it. The in-laws are coming in. It's Thanksgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving. So that's probably where most of my efforts will go today, other than, I don't know, a little over 2 hours that I got into this right now. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned.